Welcome back, folks, to Let's Play Baldur's Gate 2, the Enhanced Edition, The Shadows of Arm. And when last we left off, there's nothing more we can do, that we imminently need to do, that is, that's preventing us from going to the Pimlico estate, and seeing if Pimlico is okay. But before we do that, we're going to have a look at all the spells that Edwin can cast now, because there are quite a few more. I went through the entire spell scroll case, and a few of the inventories of the party, picking up every spell that Edwin could learn, and learning all of them. It took quite a few attempts to get all of them learned without failing one of them, but it was worth it. We got a small amount of experience, and we do know a lot more spells now. One of them isn't Lightning Bolt, but at the moment I'm considering that that is a blessing in disguise. We do need to get a few more 4th level spells though. 5th level we have a lot of spells now, including Cone of Cold, and 6th level we also have quite a few. 7 and 8 unchanged, 9 unchanged.
What is it now?
Either way, we now need to head over to the Temple District. And while there is an entrance to the Temple District right next to the Pimlico estate, we are not heading from the direction where we could appear there. We're going to appear over here. Let's head over to the Pimlico estate. It's over here. And I'm sure we won't be too late. We're probably going to be too late. It's likely scripted that no matter how quick we are, we're going to be too late. But who knows? Maybe we will get there in the nick of time, and we'll be able to rescue Pimlico from whatever predicament that he's in. I don't rate that as likely. The building looks pretty intact though, and the door is shut, so we may be in luck.
Damn! You've all taken too long. Ransacked she is. Looted she was.
You can't tell from barking in the street, but indoors is spiced rum, dilligrout, and Pimlico's noon meats. Be wary of intruders. There may be a few of the lowlifes lingering about inside, stinking up the place. It doesn't look very ransacked and looted from out here. Maybe we could ask this person if he's seen anything. Okay, he's one of those people that ripped out his own eyes. He won't have seen anything, but he may have heard something. Chances are he's not going to tell us anything. Let's go in and be very wary. Okay, if there was any illusion that Pimlico was still alive, this notification here, Pimlico Death, has told me that he is most certainly not alive. So we're going to find a corpse. Hopefully we won't find anyone nearby that just killed him. We need to detect traps here. Definitely. There could be traps all over the place. It's more likely that if there were any traps though, they've already been triggered. Anything in here? 3 things in here that we can have a look at. That's always nice.
I am ready.
Let's have a look at them. There aren't any traps that we can find.
That is what you want.
Remember that there will be traps that will be so difficult to detect sometimes that you'll need a fair amount of fine traps to notice them. If you decide to skimp on that skill, you may be in some bother. And I do believe that Pimlico is indeed dead, because look at all the bodies here.
Of course.
Let's go have a closer look. Yep, they're all dead, I think. They're definitely dead.
Yes. If
Let's
that's
have a quick look around and see if there's anything we can
what
loot.
would you have me do?
And check for traps, because there are 2 of these. That one is trapped. Let's deal with that. And I imagine it's also locked. It is! And we'll have a look at this one. That was also locked. In here is a ring and a small amount of gold. In here is a single magical dart and 2 healing potions. And in here is a small gem and another gem. Nothing to say about this, Korgan?
Whatever you desire.
What about if we leave?
By the looks of it, me former comrades have painted Pimlico's finery with his innards.
I think that was meant to trigger when you came in, Korgan, but no matter. You've seen what we've all seen. We'd be wise to pay a visit to the Coronet, as I've a strong suspicion that the motley crew ain't even out of town just yet. They'll be living the good life about now. In fact, I'll wager my clan's name that the predictable sods are on the roof of the Coronet as we speak. Best we hurry to catch their thieving red hands. And we will. And I imagine, because that's been specifically mentioned as a location we can go to, that we will get there in time to deal with them. Fortunately, there is a way out right here, speeding our escape over to the slums. We were only just here, and now we're back. There we go. And somebody just appeared right in front of us. Fortunately, not anyone important. Now, how many ways can we get over to? There's only really one way that we can get up, and that is over here. We're going to have to make sure that we have the frontline fighters going first. Chances are the party that we're going to be up against are going to have a spellcaster, and I'm not going to like that. I'm not going to like that at all. So I'm going to save, just in case everything goes horribly wrong. Chances are everything is going to go horribly wrong. There we go. We'll have the frontline fighters first.
Nothing to it.
There we go. And then we'll have the other three following behind. You go over here, you three here. I
See,
think...
little has changed your candor, shagbag. Still a lamp gulping dirt shoot.
I think we found them. Speak of the undersized broad ass and what should waddle in. I was just remarking to Crazy Face and Screw Loose that shame it all no dwarf tossin' till next moon's day. Shame it is. You know, there's nothing that ails ye that I can't fix with me fists, shagbag. You likes frighten me not, midget. Bugger off. I've some high life to live with me and the boys. I'll nae allow that. I don't like being a bastard, but you leave me nae choice. Allow, perhaps your new gang of blowhives would like to know that Rockrunt here took it upon himself, whilst we were out and about, to up and dirtnap 3 of the crew. No reason. None. Seems he was slighted or some other, and up and kills Stitch, Hogbelly and Cutter. Allow? Rich coming out of you, runt. Bespoil all that! Nonsense! Steel was drawn with cold intent, shagbag, and you're well aware the trespass. This time, Spec, you're knee-deep in it. Pray if you've a god, cur. Well, looks like we have combat to deal with. We'll fight here, we'll fight here, we'll fight here, and we'll keep you 3 here. There's also you, Crazy Face. You're probably a spellcaster. I'm going to have you actually fight here, Terry, and you're going to fight there. You're just a goon, you're Screw Loose, and you are a goon. And you're Shagbag. You've got that, don't you, Dawn? I'm sure you do. Let's have you cast a spell. We don't actually have many spells that we can cast, but we can summon an undead. That'll help us out. Oh, you're definitely a spellcaster. You're definitely a spellcaster. We need you to go around there and deal with that spellcaster. You can just deal with Goon here. Oh, that's a summoning spell. You've summoned in some black bears. Bears? We can't deal with bears. We may be reasonably high level compared to the first game, but we can't deal with bears. Bears are still very dangerous. Now we have a situation here with combat there, combat here. We have you. You can fight this person. I don't think anyone's going to defend you. You have a horde of bears. I'm pretty sure they can help defend you. We're going to ignore the bears. The bears will eventually disappear. We are not going to be able to ignore the bears, are we? No, we're not. Skeleton, deal with the bear. I think that's the book that we want to get. Okay, the bears aren't half as dangerous as I thought they would be. And that's good to know. We're strong enough that bears aren't too much of an issue.
Have you nothing else?
And that's the end of the combat.
That's one fine mess that I done cleaned up. They did the killing, but I ends up with the gold, the book, and the satisfaction of kicking their tails. A good day.
I'm glad you had fun, Korgan. You can go ahead and search Shagbag's corpse, the blasted fool. The bleeding book might still be worth something if it's intact. It might very well be. It's right over there after all. So there's 100 gold, 250 gold, another 200 gold, 2 more gold, another 100 gold, and over here is... There are no spell scrolls, but here is the Book of Kaza. Let's have a look at that book, shall we? Who's currently holding on to it? I believe you are. The Book of Kaza is a famed tome written by the Lich Kaza. It is said to deal with the darkest secrets of necromancy, though the pages appear to be blank when you look at it. Kaza was destroyed during the upheaval of Netheril's final days. The book was brought to what is now Arm by Kaza's disciples. How it has come to its present location after so many years is anyone's guess. There are other things that we can grab, other things that we will be grabbing, because I like getting small amounts of money. Well, I can't grab that with you, but you could grab these. There we go. Just grab these chainmails, and everything else is pretty much worthless. We'll just go over here just in case there's anything else exceptionally valuable. No, no magic items whatsoever. I have to say, that was a job well done. And now we have this undead following us around. I'm going to call you Steve. Hello, Steve. How are you? What's that? Don't have any lungs and so can't talk? That's okay. Magic will allow you to talk. Oh, it will? That's nice. Hello, I'm Steve. Nice to see you. Could you give me some of that armor that you have? No, because you're not going to be around for much longer. What? What do you mean? You're just the temporary summon. Soon, you will be no more. That's not fair. I have so many hopes and so many dreams. Oh well, never mind. Let's go into here. Now, we're looking for someone in one of the back rooms, because if you remember, we have a teddy bear to retrieve. We're going to ignore everyone else here for now. I don't even think the summoned skeleton came with us. Ah, Steve, your life was too short. Far too short. So where are the rooms? There's a bouncer. We may need to talk to the bouncer to get to the back rooms. Unless this is a way to them. I imagine that's just an alternate entrance in, though. There's also this man at the bar. We may have to talk to him if we want to get to the back rooms, or we could just have a conversation with you.
Declare yourself.
Beat it. I ain't here to chat up the customers. If you want something, go speak to Lethanon. So we're gonna have to talk to Lethanon. Maybe Lethanon will be able to give me information about the person we're looking for, or maybe we'll be thrown into a completely different quest. Also, this person has an offer if we wish to hear it. We're going to be told that a lot. There's also someone here we can talk to, and somebody here we can talk to. There are loads of people here that we can talk to. Let's start with the person behind the bar, shall we?
Well, hello to you. I don't recall seeing your face in here before. Strangers aren't exactly welcome in these parts.
Well, if you're not obviously suspicious and evil, I don't know who is. You're definitely suspicious and evil. Let's introduce ourselves, shall we?
Then let's not remain strangers. I am Terry Coleman. Yes. Well, I am Lethanon, proprietor of the Copper Coronet, if you will. Welcome.
Perhaps I could use what services you have available?
The Copper Coronet aims to please. But you must speak to Bernard if you wish to purchase something.
Where is Bernard? Is that Bernard? Are you going to stop moving? You may not stop moving. You are Bernard. Let's talk to you.
I got some cheap beer for you.
What can I be getting for you? A little treat for the road, perhaps? A room for the night?
Maybe later. Right now, I need some information instead.
What kind of information might that be? I keep out of politics. I don't get in people's affairs and I don't cause trouble. So ask questions with that in mind. We could ask about this person. We could also ask about, the same quest. There are lots of things I could ask about related to that quest that I'm not really dealing with. So I might as well ask about it.
I'm looking for a man named Belgrade. Seen him?
Are you really?
No, but I'm just humoring you.
First sentence and you've gone and broken at least 2 of my conditions. Sorry, but I can't help you there. Perhaps a good wine or a lovely chowder instead?
No thanks. I'll be going.
Don't be loitering long then. I've customers to keep happy. let's talk to you
I
again.
got some cheap beer for ya.
Ain't got much time for talking. It's business as usual round here. If you want service, just ask. I'll have a look at what's on tap here. We could hire a room, and I think hiring a room is a good idea. We could do with the rest. It's rent. There we go.
I must speak with you. It involves business.
What sort of business?
My business.
While you were busy, I made contact with my old employer. He has instructed me to await orders. So what happens now?
I am free to do as I please.
Eventually, however, I will be approached by an agent of L. They will have work for me. You can decide then if you're interested. Very well.
What would please me right now is to get moving. Shall we?
We shall. Has the bouncer finally moved? No, the bouncer is still here. I really want you to move. Can I just go past you? No, but the door is only locked. This is probably going to get me into some trouble. But can I just open the door and move past?
You are lucky I'm here.
Because we can't just push aside the guard.
I can do that.
The mechanism that operates this does not have a conventional lock and may be warded against simple spells. So, we're not going to be going in that way. There's a door over here, though, that we could go have a look at. There's a bouncer there as well. There are lots of bouncers everywhere. You know what?
I'm watching your back.
You hardly seem the cosmopolitan type, Terry, and you're obviously not a local. What brought you to Athkatla? It wasn't by choice, I can tell you that much. What of this quest of yours? I would know what I'm getting into before I find myself throat deep in another's problems. You're very wise, Hexad, to ask these questions. I will find the mage Irenicus, make him suffer as few have suffered before, then kill him. Any other questions? So it's revenge you're after. This, first one might be more appropriate. I'd settle for rescuing Emowyn. Had I any close friends, I'm sure I'd feel the same. We'll get your friend back, Terry. I promise you that. It's nice to hear that you've got my back. I imagine talking to you isn't going to achieve very much.
Declare yourself.
Beat it. I ain't here to chat up the customers. Fair enough. We could go and talk to the proprietor of the tavern again, though. I'm pretty sure there's something that we can do that involves him. Let's have a conversation, shall we?
You are back, I see.
You wish something else? You are rather unfriendly for an innkeeper. Rather odd, I should think. It is an odd time. Strangers can be dangerous if one is not careful. You wish something? I'm looking to dispose of some coin. Any ideas on how to spend it? Coin is always welcome. You will find the copper coronet able to fulfill your needs, whether drink, rest, or other sorts of entertainment. Other sorts of entertainment? What are you talking about?
Oh, one is always able to provide entertainment.
Things like companionship, perhaps, or gambling on battles, and other things. What sort of other things are you referring to? I'm interested. We may not actually be interested. We may just be prying for information instead. Very well. You look like one who might appreciate such entertainments. There is more to my little place than meets the eye. Go over to the fellow by the door on the far wall and tell him I said to let you in. Talk to Frankie, or perhaps Madam Nin if you wish to partake and enjoy. I would enjoy partaking, as he puts it. I have heard of the pleasures to be found here, but ye nae seem the type for a Terry, being yellow and such. I think there's a fighting arena here. Does this mean that we can finally go up here and go into these rooms? That would be nice. Ah, you've moved aside now. Ah, we can go in. Right, let's see if we can find the person I'm looking for. Neither of you are the person I'm looking for. What about in here? Hello? There's just somebody I'm seeking. I need to get a teddy bear. You're not the person I'm looking for, so I'll ignore you. Anyone in here? There's a sleeping dwarf. And here is... Are you... You're the person I'm looking for! Oh, you're the person I'm looking for. And when we come back, folks, we're going to ask about a teddy bear. And for no particular reason, I'm going to move both Dornil Khan and Korgan right next to Terry, because who knows? There may be violence in our imminent future. To be fair, there's violence in our imminent past as well, and our far past, and probably in our future. It's kind of what happens in adventures like this. And so, I'll catch you next time, folks, and I'll see you then. Later.